Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. I don't know if you remember, but many times I explained that for me, when I do Joker, it's not only for helping myself, like through my own trauma, with the role play, the psychodrama techniques, and things like that. It's also to help other people to share the tools and to help to manage their own struggles the way they can, with tools that I found. And it's been a while that I've been reading about the vagus nerve. Okay, so I did therapy in the past, and one of the main reason my trauma was not able to get resolved. For many people, it can work, okay, but for myself, it wasn't working. Um, for a lot of people, talk therapy is not effective to treat trauma. For myself, it's severe trauma since childhood. So also bullying and like a lot of other things, because trauma is stored in the body. You have to access to the body first. I like biology, psychology. I'm gonna show you a part of video.
The vagus nerve is the two-way communicator between the brain and the body. It controls how we move into the different states of our nervous system and how our mind-body system responds to stress and times of adversity. If the vagus nerve isn't functioning optimally, then we can move into fight or flight any time that we try to step outside of our comfort zone or we face demands. This can lead to a lot of anxiety, racing thoughts, emotional reactivity, and we have trouble switching off. We could also go into the state of our nervous system where we feel flat, disconnected, where we lack motivation and energy. The vagus nerve is comparable to the spinal cord in size. It starts off in the brainstem and it travels all the way down to our colon, touching almost every organ on its way. This is why stress-related issues can arise like gut disorders. Under stress, the vagus nerve will change all the different systems and organs in our body to respond in kind to what's happening in the brain. The Vagus Nerve Masterclass has been designed to help you understand these different states of the nervous system and what tools you can use to come back to the place where your emotional, physical, and psychological health can flourish. You'll leave with a range of tools that can help you self-regulate your nervous system in times of stress and adversity. And this means you come back to the state where you feel calm and centered and where the body can rest and repair again. You'll learn to recover faster from stress so you don't spend long periods of time in fight, flight, or freeze.
According to the polyvagal theory, there are 3 states of the nervous system. Our default mode is this safety and connection state. But when faced with a perceived threat, our nervous system kicks on the fight or flight response, and this activates you to fight off danger or escape it. But when a threat seems impossible to escape and there's no hope in fighting it off, your nervous system enters the freeze state, shutdown mode. You numb out and freeze up. When treating trauma, our goal is to transition the nervous system from being stuck in fight or flight or shutdown to a calm state of safety and connection. The more time we spend in that state, the more we train the body to return to a sense of calm and security. The healthiest people can actually transition between that activated response and the safety response quite quickly. We don't have to suppress the fight, flight, freeze response. We just need to add an additional skill to our tool belt. Second level of trauma is being stuck in the fight or flight state or the sympathetic state. And this can look like anxiety, hyperactivity, hypervigilance, oversensitivity. So your body is mobilized to manage threats. And just to overview some of the body-based treatments for each state here. So first one is perceived safety. You say, in the present moment, I am actually safe. The exercises are all about reorienting to the present and grounding with the 5 senses. Number 2 is connecting with your body, patting your legs, patting your hands, tapping, right? Just reconnecting with your body movement. Number 3 is taking the body through its cycles, shaking, dancing, exercise, yoga, laughter, right? So if you're feeling tense, let yourself tense. If you're feeling shaky, exaggerate those shakes. Your body's trying to tell you something and have you work through and resolve something inside of it. The next level is to soothe the body. So to go from an activated state to a calming state. You can use your 5 senses. You can use gentle breathing. You can use progressive muscle relaxation or paced breathing. And then you can learn to turn on the parasympathetic response. You can try exercises like the yawn, softening your gaze, pelvic floor relaxation, and deep breath.
And it's actually the nerve that activates our rest and digest, or our parasympathetic nervous system. So many of us are locked in a trauma body in the fight or flight state. So activating this nerve is incredibly important to help bring our bodies back into physiological balance. Now, while there's a lot of points on our body that can stimulate this nerve, this video will focus on 2 that can be easily accessed in your ear. The first point that we want to stimulate can be found at the top of your ear. If you put your finger right above your ridge, you can find a little hollow. We want to massage gently in a circular motion, forwards or backwards works, whichever is most comfortable, being careful not to apply too much pressure. This action is simply to stimulate your nerve. Spend the next moment as you massage that point. When you're done, simply notice. Notice any changes in your sensations. As you're massaging, some of you might notice changes in your breathing. Some of you might sigh or swallow, maybe even begin to feel a sense of calm. When you're complete with the ear you began with, switch ears. Find the same point in the other ear and continue with that gentle circular massage, stimulating your vagus nerve on that side. The next point that we can access, also in the ear, can be found at the bottom of the ear. Gently at the tip of the canal, pushing backward. Again, gentle circles. This is about stimulating the nerve and not applying pressure. Spend about a minute massaging this point, and again, check in. Notice any changes in your sensations. When you're complete with that ear, switch. Back of canal, gentle circles in the other ear. Spend as much time as you would like checking in with yourself to notice any changes that occur as you stimulate this very important vagus nerve. Practicing this consistently can help bring your body back into much needed balance and into much needed healing.